So far, all my manga reviews have been titled Reaction Reviews. This video will not be titled Reaction Reviews because it's not a reaction. Things first, the printing in this book is way too dark. I can barely tell anything through the viewfinder on this specific page, and the whole book is just dark. It feels dark and whatnot. Anyway, let's get going. This is Izuku Midoriya. He's a useless in a world full of superheroes, he has no superpowers. This is All Might. In a world full of superheroes, he has all the superpowers. Not really, he's just the greatest superhero of the world. Izuku looks up to All Might. And that's about it. So, let's see. We open up with Izuku. He's supposed to be watching amazement at a superhero taking down a giant villain. But you could not possibly tell us because I can barely see what's going on in here. Anyway, so flashbacks to how the world happened. One day, someone randomly... In the beginning, the world was normal. Then a luminescent baby was born in China. Always China. Fuck China. Anyway, so... And then later, people got superheroes, superpowers, and then the supervillains came up, and then the superheroes came out to stop the supervillains, and now 80% of the world has superpowers. Izuku here just so happens to be in the 20% without superpowers. So, but that's not letting him get him down. So, we go through it and class today. Flashback to class. Everyone, the teacher said, basically they're in the last year of middle school and they need to look into a high school. This loudmouth is Bakugo. His quirk is exploding the fuck out of things. Sorry, exploding the hell out of things. I really need to stop that. So, Bakugo is a loudmouth and he constantly bullies Izuku. And everyone laughs at Izuku because he actually says he's going to going to the Superhero Academy because that exists in this world. It's actually name of the book, My Hero Academia. That stands for a school, superhero school. I honestly don't know how to take this, but anyway. Talk about this book. You all know it, but whatever. So, everyone laughs at Izuku, and Bakugo blows up his prized, book where he keeps all his notes. Meanwhile, in the flash forward, this slimy monster guy is running amok. And, so, whatever. So, let's see what happens. Bakugo threatens Izuku to just kill himself, get out of his way because he's a useless twerp, and that's Bakugo. And so, we learned that Izuku flashback, he was never told he was have a quirk and a defect of evolution or whatnot, literally. Izuku begs for the one time in his life for his mom to say, you can do it, and all his mom can say is she's sorry. And then the slime monster comes up and catches Izuku and almost kills him. Enter All Might. So then All Might saves the day. Izuku he autographs Izuku's notebook before he can even think about it, and before he can even say anything, All Might blasts off. But without a quirk, he somehow got on to a superhero's superpower. Without a quirk. That's far-fetched, but who cares? So All Might crashes down onto the top of a building. Unbeknownst to them, the slime monster got away and it got a hold of Bakugo. Izuku asked All Might the one important question. Can a person without a quirk become a superhero? And All Might transforms into that. Yeah, so apparently a bag, well, you all know it, but apparently a bag punch from a villain destroyed All Might's intest and now he can't even hold his power very much. Basically, it's him All Might's big form is flexing his muscles, holding his gut like a swimming pool. He can only do this for 3 hours and then he looks like that. So All Might flat out tells Izuku, sorry, no, Dad, probably not. Just give up on your dream, become a police officer. You have no quirk. Want to help people become a police officer. That's good, I guess. So Bakugo is being tormented by the slime monster. He's blasting it to hell and back, but the slime monster's just being a slime monster and suffocating him. All these superheroes cannot get to him because their powers just don't work for this situation. Izuku's being all sort of mopey and dopey. And then he notices the commotion. He mopes and dopes to himself, sees the slime monster is and this same doing yet another person. He's horrified of what just happened to him. He wonders who's the poor soul, and he sees Bakugo. And without thinking, Izuku runs in to save the day, or at least try to help. And Izuku honestly gets in the way or whatnot. He tries his best. He throws his books at him. He does nothing. He helps Bakugo and just says, you look like you needed saving, without even thinking. This inspires All Might to jump in and take things, save the day. And so, yeah, All Might saves the day. Bakugo is pissed off at Izuku because Bakugo's natural state is pissed off. Just get used to it. So, and Izuku is yelled at for running in and getting in the way, and Bakugo is praised because that's just how these worlds work out. So, Bakugo tells Izuku to piss off and never darken his doorway again. Izuku takes that as, alright, love you too, bye. And then All Might appears in front of Izuku and tells him he too can be a real hero because his powers was not, he was not born with his powers. And so yeah, you can be a hero. The words that Izuku been wanting to hear his whole life because life's been shitting on him all the time. So All Might, it tells him that his powers were All Might inherited his powers and that he can pass his powers on to someone he deems worthy because his power is one for all. Let's see if I can. The first person cultivates the power and then passes it on to another. The next refines it and passes it on again. In this way, those crying out to be saved and those with brave and true hearts link to form a crystalline network of power. Basically, the power grows when you pass it on to people. Got it. Izuku immediately accepts, and training begins. 10 months. All Might says that Izuku's current body is too weak that if he gets the power now, his arms will just pop off. So his goal for the next 10 months, clean the beach. Clean a dirty, disgusting beach. Like even people throw trash in when they're not supposed to, but who cares? No one goes to that beach anyway. Right, so the beach cleans. The 10 months go. Izuku is being diligently works on All Might's training regimen he gives to him. Keeps up his studies, food, sleeping, and All Might realizes he's pushing himself. Izuku says, I don't want to be the best. I don't want to be just accepting. I want to be the best superhero. This inspires All Might, and so he adapts his training regimen. And finally, 6 a.m. on the morning of the exam, and Izuku's screaming and triumphing. And look at that. There's Izuku at the start of this, and there's Izuku right now. Muscle bound and muscle head. Muscle. So, the training, it's time for the power and eat this. What? So basically, what Izuku just has to get All Might's DNA inside of him, eat his DNA, and he will become the next bearer of One for All. All for One. All for One. Damn it, I keep messing that up. Everyone messes this up. And shut up, you messed this up. So, the exam day, written exam, whatnot. Bakugo's pissed that Izuku's actually there. He doesn't know anything about the power level. Izuku trips, and the cutest girl in the whole world gets up saying, Izuku, just don't at me. So, Ochako saves Izuku from tripping and falling flat in his face. Izuku talks to a girl. He did not actually talk to a girl, but he talks to a girl. And then shippers all around the world go, yay, Izuocha. Next up. So, the real exam starts, and basically they have in a mock-up city, there's a bunch of robots running around, and each one has a specific point percentage you get when you destroy them. So the test goes on. Everyone's all fast. Izuku's left in the dust. He doesn't even know how to He only got his powers and the 3 hours ago. He doesn't even have them yet. So the thing goes on. Everyone's doing awesome. Completely overwhelming. Izuku's being Izuku. And then the big guy comes in. And everyone runs shitless away from him. Izuku's just frozen in place. Bakashako's left in the dust. She's tricked, she fell, she can't do it. Izuku remembers what Bakashako said to him, and without thinking, his powers ignite. He goes for it and bashes the hell out of that thing. However, the powers, they do too much for his body, and he completely blows out his arms and both legs, and he's falling. Falling. Literally can't do anything. He's gonna die, and at the last second, Ochako comes up and saves him. And then she throws up because she can't. She throws up because she can't control her quirk for very long. So it's all over. Izuku, although he destroyed the big ass monster robot and ramping into the town, the big ass monster robot had absolutely no points to it because it was so big. No one expected any of the superhero students to actually take it out. So it's just a big world element that just goes away and not worth anything. So it's all over. Izuku has no points, and he's healed up, and finally the gate comes to wait, and Izuku's all waiting because he hasn't heard anything from All Might or anyone else, and finally it comes, and All Might sends him a voice video recording, and he all but failed the practical exam. But wait, Ochako comes, because Ochako is best Ochako. And Ochako offers half her points to Izuku because he saved her. However, the students were told about destroying points. They were told nothing about rescue points. And even though he destroyed nothing points by destroying no robots, he got 60 rescue points. And that allows him into the Superhero Academy. And Ochako got 45 for saving Izuku too. So, Ochako. So, it comes and All Might and Izuku have a little love fest and just say what they're proud of it. And it's time for the first day of UA. And immediately, it's just a mess. But Ochako's in Izuku's class, so that's good. And so, earlier, Bakugo will thinks back to the day Izuku was announcing to UA and he said, and he's all pissed because Bakugo was supposed to be the first student from his piss poor nobody school to become a member of UA. But Izuku, a person he deems a nobody, entered at the same time. So, and Bakugo threatens Izuku, and Izuku tells him to fuck off. And that honestly gains Bakugo's respect, even though he's pissed about it. So, the teacher comes in and tells them to, it's time for study. They completely ignore the opening ceremony, the greeting ceremony, and all that nonsense. And the teacher flat out says, look, lowest score, you get the lowest score for today's test will be expelled. This guy wants expelled an entire class. So, Izuku, at this point, Izuku was told he needs to learn to control his powers because he's completely blasting himself apart on the exam, and that's just not going to cut it. So, Izuku, everyone does the test. It's your basic presidential fitness test, just to point out the scores for everyone, see where you're at and whatnot. This time they're allowed to use their quirks because in middle school they weren't. Because even in this world, the school system is completely hopeless and is failing our society. So everyone continues. Izuku's failing. Izuku needs the points, and Izuku's about to blast the shot put into oblivion, and nothing. Right, because the teacher completely erases his quirk just by looking at him. The teacher gives him you pathetic wuss, you're not going to be a superhero by overdoing it. You have no power, so no one's going to save you. You're on your own. And so Izuku, Buggy gives Izuku his power back. So he thinks there's only two options. Not use his power or go full out and destroy himself. Izuku focuses all his power into his finger, blasts the ball to hell, and says, I can still move. And that impresses this Eraserhead. Izuku still fails miserably because he can't control his power. But, let's see. But it's okay because Izuku, the guy was lying about expelling everyone on the first day for not getting the lowest score. Well, of course it was a lie. Didn't take much to figure that out. Izuku's literally starting at the bottom, but All Might tells him to... All Might confronts Eraserhead because they have a bad history together. All Might's the popular guy, and Eraserhead could care less about fame and fortune and hates All Might for it. They bash heads. Izuku, Ochaku, and their friend Aya, they go home. And next day, All Might brings up it's time for superhero training. The school day is normally all the boring classes in the morning, and in the afternoon, the real work begins. All Might gives them their hero costumes. They suit up, and it's time for the volumes cock tease at the end, because this is manga, and manga is manga, and fuck manga for it, but manga is manga. Manga! So how is the book? Anyone with even a passing knowledge of manga and anime knows that this series is the top spotted manga series of the moment. It's the greatest thing it's the A1 Shonen series, it's top of the charts, it's the Dragon Ball Naruto of its generation. This is a thing. So of course it's good. Of course I like it. I like it. I read up to volume 18 of it. So my only complaint is, and this just might be my copy of it, but this is too dark to see. I cannot see anything in this. Anyway, this is a good book, good series. I'm obviously continuing this. I have 18 more volumes to go through that I have, and then I have obviously more to buy. So, totally continuing this series. And now for something new. Let's see, I've noticed I can add title cards in my YouTube uploading system, so let's see if I can do this. On the left side of the screen, hopefully, it'll be my review of Demon Slayer, and on the right side of the screen, it'll be my review on Black Clover. Yeah. If you like this video, give it a like and subscribe if you want. I'm Tony the Video Geek, and I will see you next time.